No. Heidi, hi, friends. Welcome back to The Good, the Bad, the Ugly Reddit Relationship Advice. I'm your host, Jonathan. Let's get things kicked off with some spicy drama, darlings. This chair is like very noisy. My. Oh, I know this is gonna be good. My 19-year-old female boyfriend, 19-year-old male, wants me to cheat on him. Gen Z, what you got for me? This sounds so weird, but I really just need a bit of advice since I have no friends to talk about this with. So, for the past few months, my boyfriend keeps hinting how he'd never leave even if I cheated. That sounds funky. Kept letting it go, but finally asked why he's saying something so random. He told me he wants me to cheat. Okay, different from an open relationship. So I thought that's where that was. What? Okay, he wants me not to tell him who or when I cheat and to not tell him when I do it. All he wants to know is a confirmation that I'll do it. I can't do it though. Well, hold on. What? I can't do it though. Like, this is such a strange thing for someone to ask for, right? Yes, it is. How am I even sure he won't just leave me and regret it? See, so I thought, like, because he's young, 19, I was like, oh, maybe he thinks if, like, he wants an open relationship, maybe he can maneuver that way, just not knowing how to have the conversation. No, he definitely cheated on you. Period. Okay. And he just wants you to do it, so that way he's just like, you actually can't be mad at me because you did it too, even though like you gave permission. or he's planning on doing it in the near future. Ooh, yeah, I'd be like, but you did it first, and since I allowed you to do it, I figured you allowed me to do it. It's some mind games going on here, girl. I got one word of advice for you, and it's the following: you're confused, go take a nap. 'Cause it's a trap. Alright, darlings, we have another one coming up for you. How do I stop my partner from playing the victim every time I complain about something hurtful he did? We had one similar to this, and I bet you my advice will be the same. Leave they ass, okay? Every time I tell him I'm hurt from something he did, he starts playing the victim. He's a bad, he's a bad person. He hates himself. All I hear is admission of guilt, okay? First and foremost. It starts getting on my nerves, correct, because every time I'm hurt and sad and I go to tell him, the tables turn and I become the person who is comforting him. I also have a word of advice for you through song. Leave his ass out in the grass. There's no time to deal with a jackass. All right, final one, darlings, final one. Girlfriend sleeps in the same bed as her gay best friend. Hello? I'm not gonna sing advice for this last one. Or who knows? Maybe I will. Who's to say how the spirit will lead me? My girlfriend told me she sleeps inside her gay best friend's bed with him whenever she sleeps over at his house. Before I knew this, I asked her jokingly if she'd date him if he was straight, because you probably didn't think it was a big deal. And she responded seriously and said, probably yes. Okay. My girlfriend told me that her and her gay best friend had kissed before I knew her. Mm-hmm. I understand that the guy is gay, allegedly, okay? But she's straight. And also, sexuality is a spectrum, so don't... Careful. But she's straight and said she would date him if he was straight. Doesn't this mean she's attracted to him on some level? Well, that's exactly what she's saying. I don't know why you asked that question. She's also said that he's hot and attractive. Alright, I feel like if I kissed a lesbian friend before I knew my girlfriend and then slept in said friend's bed, it wouldn't be okay. Any inputs? Thanks. Yes, inputs. I have many. Advice would be you get to decide the boundaries of what you want to deal with in a relationship. So if you're like, I normally wouldn't have a problem with this, but because you say things like you would want to be with him, and that you are in a bed with him physically, even though like physically as in the same person, not like that they're doing things together. Ideally not. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. Then that can lead to a bigger conversation of like validation within the relationship, a conversation about what's right, what's wrong, the fact that she's kissed him before, it's all weird and funky, and the fact that she still talks about it. Something's foul in Denmark. I don't know if he's as gay as you think. Yeah, he might be. Again, sexuality is a spectrum. He might just be holding out, right? Or willing to play that game. Maybe every so often he gets maybe every so often it's a full moon, and he switches teams. Who's to say? But did you talk to her about this? Like in a real way of like, this doesn't make me comfortable? I'd say do that first. And then depending on the response, if the response is like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't make you feel that way, I think there's room to like grow in the relationship. If not, dump her. Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, communication is key. What are you comfortable with? What isn't the other person comfortable with? What is the compromise between those two things? What does that look like? I don't think you've had that conversation, so I encourage you to do so. If that conversation is open and as discussion emerges from it, doesn't mean everything will be figured out, and that's great. If it's dismissive and saying like, I don't want to talk about this, you're being dumb, then you just leave them, because if it's not this, it's something else that they're going to say, that's stupid, and like, I have the power and control to do whatever I want. I get all the boundaries, you get no boundaries, right? Then that's not a relationship, that is a dictatorship. Those actually pretty clever. Oh no, we definitely got the end after that one. It's not gonna go uphill from there, okay? And I didn't sing it. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm not going to, because I'm a man of my word. So, with that, thank you all so much for joining me for another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, Dating Advice from Reddit. I'll see you all next time. Bye!